So I grew up in Minnesota. Early on, my family was in church, and I was a young kid. And when I was around 10 years old, my family stopped going to church. What that really led to for me was really just living 100% for me and doing whatever the world said that I should do and what's normal for a guy to do. From there, was always just obsessed with fishing. It's kind of been like the thread that's woven its way through my entire life. So I decided to go and guide out west in Colorado. Got a job working at a ranch in Steamboat Springs. It was one of the first times that I was really around people who I can say were true believers. They really were all in on their faith, and they were living it out in their daily lives and their relationships and the way they interacted with other people. Little did I know that over this season of working at the ranch, this entire team had been praying for me, just lifting me up and asking God to just work in my heart. This spring of 2018, a couple of them invited me to go to the Easter service. As soon as I walked in the doors, God was just working in my heart. It was like, for the first time, I just had eyes to actually see and ears to hear. God was real, and He had come to earth in Jesus to actually live for me and die in my place. Fought back tears the entire time, and I chose to do it, and I prayed to God just to save my soul and to give my life to Him, and walked out of there, and God changed my heart. I mean, truly, He took my old heart and gave me a new one, and my life has been different ever since then. I've been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but He who lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave Himself for me. Like that was me. Like I had to die to myself and give my heart to Him. In that season too, decided to move to Western North Carolina, to Asheville. We have a great community here through the church and outside of the church, and God has completely changed my life. And through that, I still have so many people from my life before that are not believers that I want to pour into. I serve in the student ministry here at our church, so I lead the now rising 7th graders. God has called me now to go like the early disciples in Matthew 4:19. He said, "Come and follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." So the call in my life now is to be a fisher of men before I'm a fisher of fish. And I try to use that as a platform to bring the people that I had that are friends with me beforehand closer to Christ and point them to Him. I've got 2 ones. I recently had the opportunity to be on the river with a close friend who I never thought would ever come to faith or be a believer, and share my testimony with him and witness to him. I'm just honored to have God use me to try to impact more lives too. Yeah, I want to say to you that if you're in that group of belief and you're there and you know that God is real and that Jesus died for your sins, but you haven't made that full commitment yet and given your life to Christ, I want to encourage you to just take that step. I promise you, God has better plans for you than you have for yourself, and you will find so much goodness and fruit out of that decision and that faithfulness.